Played across and dug out nicely by Eminence. Botkin plays it over to Irway, plays it too deep. $5-0, Eminence on top. And the serve will fall in for an ace, and it's 6-0. Test. Playing it across, here comes the Tigers trying to dink it in, and they do. Jody Gotchel with that kill. And the pass comes across, and that'll be an ace off the pillar, as it couldn't be fielded there by Tristan Weaver. There we go. Now the audio's on. Sorry about that, guys. We have some technical difficulties here. Playing it back across too deep. It's now 3 serving 6. The Salem Tigers have climbed back in after Eminence took a 6-0 lead. Little technical difficulty. They do happen. Service comes down the line, pushed straight up in the air by Weaver. Comes in the middle and pushed across there by Weaver. The 2 Weavers on this team. Played across by Botkin, playing it deep to Ramsey. To Weaver right in the middle, pushing it down and in. Just a nice little dink in by Tristan Weaver on the pass. From her teammate. Nice serve. Inside, down low, couldn't be dug out by Nicholson. She dove for it, just couldn't dig it out. That's another ace. That is the 4th ace by Eminence in this game. They lead 8-3. The lefty serves again. Nicholson bumps it toward the net. Played high in the air by Botkin. The Tigers push it across, but it's out of bounds. Weaver back to serve. Plays it deep. Irway to the net. Botkin setting it high. Going for the kill and getting the kill for the Lady Tigers with Skylar Klaprick. There'll be 4 serving 9 here, game 1. Coming in for Salem, Michaela Roos to the net. And back to serve is Jody Gotchel. Gotchel service right in the net. Tigers got to get those serves over. Got to be able to get some offense going. And checking in, wearing number 3 is Miranda Rich, just a sophomore. So Rich coming in to serve for Weaver. The service is deep, played by Botkin and out of bounds into the Tiger bench. Irway couldn't dig it out. Fielding the serves was a little problem they had last Tuesday against St. James, and looks like that has kind of carried over into tonight just a little bit, but can't blame Eminence. They've got a few aces up their back as well. Botkin will set it down the middle. Klaprick pushes out of bounds. Another point for Eminence, 12 serving 4. First of possibly 5 tonight. Best 3 out of 5 here. That service comes down Irway to Botkin, back to Irway, and Avery will push it across. Waiting for it, there's Ramsey to get it to the net. And a net violation, double hit called on Eminence. Point side out for the Lady Tigers. Double hit called on number 12, Lindsey Montgomery. I'm sorry, number 23, Courtney McDaniel. Trista Keeling will check in the game for Eminence. Coming into ball game is Ashton Mink for the Salem Tigers. Service comes across, play there to the net. Pushed over and going for the kill, but too deep was number 17, Trista Keeling. Keeling got the good pass off that left wing. Tried to go for that kill deep. It was too far. Point for Salem, 6 serving 12. Avery Irway's next one. That goes to the libero. That's Ramsey to the net. They set it going too deep again. This time number 23. And that's Courtney McDaniel. Point for the Lady Tigers. Or was it a violation? They'll say it was a net violation on Salem. Excuse me. Did not see that. So point and side out. And now the service by Eminence. Mink trying to dink it across. Played there and pushed over by Ribeiro to Irway. Botkin setting it, pushing it across his Gotchel, but played back. And now a double hit called again on Eminence. That one called on number 21, Aiden Bashman. Point side out for Salem. They trail it by 6, 7 serving 13. Skylar Claperick ready to serve. The service down the side, played there by Ramsey to the net and trying to dink it across, unable to as it was right there at the net, the post, and the antenna was number 17, and that's Trista Keeling. Point for Salem, 8 serving 13. Next one by Claperick. That's a hard service. Again, Ramsey plays it straight up in the air, getting it there and just dinking it off the net and in. It's Eminence with the point. Getting that one, number 23, Courtney McDaniel. Point side out, back to serve will be Paige Ramsey, just a sophomore. Ramsey's service is short, played there by Irway. To the net to Claperick, now dinked across there by Roos. They set it, going for the kill, and getting the kill was big number 1, Tristan Weaver. She's a senior. She's a leader on this team. Tall girl right down the middle. 15 serving 8, short service. Played by Pogue. To the net to Botkin. Pogue will just push it back across. Waiting for it there is Eminence. They set it all the way across, but on the wrong side of the net. Pushed down by the Tigers, but kept alive by Eminence for the moment. Tigers will get the point, though. Good dig. I mean, to go down and dig that one out, number 6, and that's Erin Pitts. She got underneath there and elevated the ball just enough. Almost gave Ramsey time to get to it, but not enough. 9 serving 15. That service is short. Comes down, played back setting it, and a double hit called again on number 21, and that is Aiden Bashman. That's the 3rd time, I believe, she's been called for a double hit. Audrey Crocker will serve again. 10 serving 15. Salem trying to inch back in this game. Play by Ramsey to Bashman. Just pushed across deep and too deep. Out of bounds. Pushed by Trista Keeling. Pushed there by number 6, Erin Pitts, too deep. Point for the Salem Tigers. 11 serving 15. The next one by Crocker. Played straight up in the air by Pitts. Going across, trying to go for the kill. Was Weaver, but the Tigers were there. Now trying to push it down the line and out of bounds, though, was Gotchel for Salem. Trying to keep it on that left sideline, but pushed it out of bounds. And it will be point side out for Eminence. We're in game 1. And back to serve is Erin Pitts. Boy, 2 girls that look just alike is Keeling and Pitts. And that's Keeling to the net. Botkin setting it there for Gotchel. Gotchel gets it down, but it comes right to the net. Kept alive by a Weaver. Going for the kill, but there's the Tiger player, Pogue. Back setting it to Botkin. Dinked it across, pushed back over, and goes out of bounds. And a point for the Salem Tigers. 12 serving 16. VIP Properties has 2 locations, Salem and Houston. If you're moving to Missouri, from Missouri, around Missouri, call Pat Tackett at 729-7622, 729-7622. Ashton Mink to serve. 12, serving 16. Mink's service down the right side, played straight up in the air, kept alive there and going for the kill and blocked at the net by the Tigers, and they get the kill. The block kill. Gotchel was there along with, I believe, with Botkin for the block kill. 13 serving 16. Mink's next one. It's deep. Played straight in the air there by Pitts. Going for the kill, but missing that one was Keeling, putting it right in the twine. And Tigers have crept back against this one. 14 serving 16. Mink's next service this is game one. That service is deep. Played straight up in the air there by Ramsey. Pushed across badly by Pitts. Pitts came in and she couldn't get it cleanly and pushed it right into the official's chair, and that creates a timeout. With the score, Salem 15, Eminence 16. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Radio. Two new homes, room additions, concrete work, deck, siding, and so much more. Get in touch with Randy at 247-6468. They can do dump truck work. They can also do skid steer work and more. Conway Construction, LLC, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Well, 15 serving 16. Mink has gone on a 5-0 run here after Tigers trailed it by a 16-10 margin. Mink ready to serve again. This one right to the Eminence player. Tipped across by Bashman. Kept alive. Goes off the top of the net. And the Tigers have tied it. Looked like trying just to dink it over was the Eminence player. It just didn't go for her. And I believe the service comes back. Playing it right there is Keeling to the net. Playing across and in is Eminence. And they will get the point. That's Haley Jennings with that kill. So back to serve will go. Number 21, Aiden Bashman. Bashman, their setter. Short set, it's an ace. Salem was way too deep. Bashman didn't even put her arm back that far. Tigers didn't react. It's an ace, 18-16. Next one harder. This time played across and caught Salem again off guard, as Raylan Nicholson just could not feel that service. It sailed on her, as this time Bashman really put a little charge into that serve. This one's another good hard serve. Played there by Pogue. Straight down the middle to Botkin. Going on the sideline, and a double hit called on Salem. Double hit called on Salem, and they've given 3 points right back. 20 serving 16. Tigers had tied it up, but Eminence has come and got the lead back. Now ball tipped and off the fingertips of Gotchel over the head of Pogue. And another point for the Eminence Lady Red Wings, and Coach Barnes calls timeout. With the score, Eminence 21, Salem 16. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Radio. As we were gone, Gotchel put one in the net after the service. So it's 22 serving 16. Eminence with the lead. Their service comes back and Nicholson can't handle it. Another ace for Eminence. 23-16. This game was tied at 16-16, and Eminence has gone on a 7-0 run here in game one. And now a timeout called, I believe, by Coach Barnes again. 23-16, Eminence on top. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Radio. Don't forget, K&H Auto Supplies, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem at 700 South Main Street. Call for curbside service at 729-6667. Service is short. Played there by Irway. Up to Botkin. Back to Irway. And it's too far. Too deep. Avery underneath that one. It's Salem. Avery is the sophomore. At 5'10", it's got a lot of potential there, but I had to follow through. Line drive tipped up in the air, back to Pogue, up by Irway. And now just be pushed across by Gottschall, kept there alive by Ramsey. Sending it to Ashton, and then to play deep, too deep, by Tristan Weaver. Point side out for the Lady Tigers. They got a long way to come back in this one, as Botkin will take over, but they did it before. Botkin's service is low, dug out nicely, kept alive by Eminence, and it comes across to Weaver. Just pushing, to Ramsey, just pushing it across. Kept alive, and Irway pushed it over. Eminence is there. They set it, going for the kill, and it's a block kill by the Tigers. As they go up, push it down, even though I think the ball actually went out of bounds, unless it went back off the player. I don't know if it hit Jennings or not coming back down. The official said point for Salem, and we'll go with that. 18 serving 24. Next one down the line. Off the arm and kept alive. No, cannot be kept alive. Went off the arm of Pitts. Trying to bail her out was Keeling, but that's an ace. Botkin, 19 serving 24. Next service comes to Keeling. A quick set it. Trying to dink it in and getting an easy kill was number one, Tristan Weaver, the senior. And the Eminence Lady Red Wings take game one by a score of 25-19. We'll come back in 2.5 minutes. This is Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Radio. Welcome back to Salem High School Gymnasium. Just underway with game two. 1-0 Eminence on a Tristan Weaver kill. Tigers play it up to Botkin to try and get across to Gottschall. Comes right to Eminence. Weaver puts it back to Ramsey. He'll just push it across. Nice dig by the Salem Tigers. Pogue kept across and played deep by Gottschall. And then off the fingertips of Ramsey. And we're tied at 1-1. That was a nice dig by the Lady Tigers. Keep that one alive. And Botkin goes back to serve. Her service comes to the net and trying to play it out of the net. A double hit called on number 21. And Bashman underneath the net trying to dig that one out, but couldn't. So Salem with the point, 2-1 here early in game two. Bodkin's next service comes to Ramsey. To the net to Bashman. Going for it is, and keeping it alive there was Weaver. The Tigers keep it across. Play it deep, and it's good. Claperick got it across on a good pass by the Tigers. I didn't see who made the pass, but Claperick went cross court, put it in the far right corner, and the Tigers have a 3-1 lead. Bodkin's service comes back to Ramsey. To the net to Bashman. Up for Weaver, playing it deep across, but it's out of bounds. 4-1 Salem Tigers. She went cross court deep, didn't miss it by much. As the Tigers got kind of all bottled up in the middle. It's a well-placed ball, but just a little too far. Bodkin's next service. This one spins down, comes to the net, tipped across by Weaver, and a point for the Salem Tigers as Bashman got tangled in the net. A net violation. 5-1 Salem. Bodkin to serve again. This one comes back, played up to Bashman, setting it for Jennings. Jennings trying to dink it across, and she gets it in. Tigers went up. Claperick went up for the kill, and it just was over top of her and just fell in off the fingertips of the Lady Tigers. And now it's point side out for the Lady Red Wings. Back to serve, senior Tristan Weaver. She's their leader. Bodkin sets it there. Clapper trying to push it down the line, but put it behind the antenna. Point for Eminence. Has to go between the antennas. That doesn't count. Can't go over the official. Weaver's next service comes down. Play there by Irway. And a double hit called on Bodkin. Four serving 5. Weaver's next. Comes down to Irway. Play to the net. Bodkin puts it up high in the air to Claperick. Gets it down off the arms. The ball might have been deflected there by number 23, Courtney McDaniel, then off the arms of Jennings. Looked like Jennings was moving toward her, but then the ball kind of just took a little detour. And I believe that's exactly what happened, and that threw Jennings off when she tried to make the play. Point for Salem. Gotchel back to serve it. Played there by Ramsey to net, but played high, going for the kill, put it right in the net. Number 23, Courtney McDaniel. She's a junior on the front line. She's up there along with Aaron Pitts and Bashman. Aiden Bashman, their designated setter, has a rotation violation called on the Red Wings. Point for Salem. That's an easy one. They get caught with a rotation violation. Eight serving 4. Salem with the lead. Gotcha with the short serve. Dugout put to the net to Bashman, going for it. And blocked in the net, the Salem Tigers, but they get it back to Jennings, pushing it deep. The Tigers play it back to the net, played out of the net and pushed over by Bodkin. There's Ramsey to Bashman, leaving it up in the air, trying to dink it across. Was Eminence, but the Tigers are there. They play it deep to Ramsey, off her chest. She can't get it. That ball sailed on her, and she couldn't bring it down, and the Salem Tigers give the point. Good volleying there by both teams. Keeling had it. Also a little chance in there is Pitts, but the Tigers prevail. Godgel's next service. This one goes right down the middle again to Ramsey, trying to angle it towards her setter, Bashman, but she put it toward the officials, and Eminence will burn a timeout. With a score, Salem 10, Eminence 4. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Radio. Town & Country is a locally owned community bank dedicated providing personal and business financial solutions. If you have any questions, drop by either location, 1009 Scenic Rivers Boulevard to the east or 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. And don't forget the Salem Memorial District Hospital, Critical Access Hospital, the Emergency Department, and associated with the Family Medical Clinic. Don't forget their screenings, their health screenings are going on now through the entire month of September. The service comes back to Ramsey, to Bashman, pushing it up high, and just pushing it across there is McDaniel. The Tigers have it. Botkin to Irway, off a fingertip, but kept alive there by Keeling. Now cross, Tigers keep it alive at the net on the block. Botkin in the middle to Irway, deep. Ramsey plays it there, kept alive, no. Jennings went into the scorer's table to try and keep it alive, but the ball went behind the antenna, and point for the Salem Tigers. Gottschall's next serve. She's been going right down the middle, and this time goes to the right side. Played up in the air. McDaniel tries to push it across, instead Pitts do it. Botkin sets it, and a double hit called on Botkin. Point side out for Eminence. Good job by the Lady Tigers there. Some good volleying. Miranda Rich in the serve. Rich service comes deep. Played low by Irway, but comes down to Kaprick. Nice dig there by Bashman, keeping it alive, and pushing it across is Eminence. Pogue to Botkin. Setting it, going for the kill Kaprick, but went too far across court and pushed it out of bounds. Kaprick had the right idea going back across the court, but the ball stayed up in the air too long. And went out of bounds. 6 serving 11. The service comes straight to Irway. Tigers get it back to Pogue, who plays it deep. Pushed up in the air there by Rich. They come back, and a nice set and kill by Trista Keeling. Trista got that one down in the corner. And it's 7 serving 11. Rich with the next service. Comes to Irway to Botkin in the middle of the floor. Kaprick trying to dink it in and does. Kaprick dinks it to the left side. Nobody there for Eminence. The Salem Tigers have a 12-7 lead on the point out. I should say side out in the point for the Salem Lady Tigers as Irway goes back to serve. Ashton Mink back in the game on the front line. 12 serving 7, a short serve, played by McDaniel to the net. Bashman is caught for a double hit, trying to pull it from the net. And a point for the Salem Tigers. Next service, deep, played straight up in the air by Pitts. Comes to Bashman, over to Keeling, played there by the Salem Tigers. Keep it there to Kaprick, who just plays it across. There's Bashman to Ramsey. Ramsey to the net, and just going to have to bump it over. Tigers can set it here, and they set it into the net. Not a very good set, but Kaprick tries for the shot. Nice dig by Bashman to keep it alive. Now Ramsey will bump it over. There's Mink to Botkin. Across to Kaprick. Plays it too deep. Kaprick went for the deep ball, and just too deep. Point side out for the Lady Red Wings. Aaron Pitts back to serve. 8 serving 13 here, game 2. Eminence won game 1. That service comes to Botkin, to Kaprick, now to Mink. Partially blocked at the net, but it falls in. I think McDaniel got part of it, and then it just couldn't keep it elevated. Trista Keeling tried to dive underneath. She couldn't elevate it. 14 serving 8. Salem on top. Skylar Kaprick back to serve. That service, real hard serve. Good down. Nice play by the Lady Red Wings to come back. McDaniel took that from Mink. Now back serving it, playing across and into the net, and the Salem Tigers will have the point. That was very close as Salem almost went over that center line themselves. But they did not get called on it. 15 serving 8. Kaprick serves down the right side. There's Ramsey across to Bashman, keeping it high for McDaniel. It doesn't make it over the net. She puts it right in the twine. Point for Salem. 16 serving 8. Salem lost game 1 by a score of 25-19. Trying to tie this series up. Skylar Claperick's next service, too deep. It goes out of bounds. That ball sailed. You see when it left her hand, that ball just took off. McDaniel checks out. Back in is Tristan Weaver. So Paige Ramsey back to serve. Played there by the Tigers. Comes across to Claperick. Now to Botkin. Plays it across. Pushed up high in the air by Rich. Now Bashman to Pitts. There's Mink. Trying to dink it over. Kept high by Bashman. Pushed across by Rich and now played deep there by Keeling. The Tigers set it for Mink. Playing it deep. There's also Red Wings. Now they come across, going for the kill, and getting the kill, going cross court and low, was Trista Keeling. Keeling coming off that left side. She circled back. They set that whole play up. And she's done that now twice in this game, going short and straight down. Service comes to Pogue. To Claperick. Now back to Irway. Off the net, kept alive by Ramsey. Now to Bashman. Straight up in the air, and Ramsey will bump it across. There's Mink. To the net, Claperick pushing it across, kept alive. They set across again for Keeling, trying to dink it in, and she gets it. Keeling got it over top of Mink on the attempted block, and a timeout called by Coach Barnes. With the score, Salem 16, Eminence 11. Let's come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Radio and on KSMO Video Productions. The locally owned community bank serving Salem since 1883. The Bank of Salem, 100 West 4th Street in 1001 South Main. 11 serving 16. Eminence with the ball, serving it up. Paige Ramsey, their libero. Short serve, dug out there by Botkin, and that's going to be falling in. Botkin did not elevate the ball very high, and Claperick couldn't get across to help her out. Salem runs a 6-2. You can see that Eminence definitely runs a 5-1. 12 serving 16, a short serve. Mink to the net, just pushed it across. That was just almost a gimme point. Ashton Mink just pushed it right into the hands of Trista Keeling, and she just smacked it right back. I don't know if she was trying to set it or what, but that was just almost a gimme point. Here's the Tigers. Claperick setting it now, trying to go cross court. Gotchel played up in the air. Kept alive by Rich, playing it deep, but too deep, out of bounds into the Tiger bench. Point side out for the Salem Tigers. They need to get some of these points back. Should say that was Michaela Roos with that put down the side. Gotchel back in the game now, as Audrey Crocker comes in to serve. 17 serving 13, game 2. Serve right into the net. Now Roos will come right back in. And then the libero will come in for Roos. That's Pogue. Keeling with a service to Pogue. Straight up in the air, to putting it up as Botkin. Now to Claperick, and she puts it into the bottom of the net. Skylar got way on top of that one. And now Eminence back to within 2 points. 15 serving 17. This service is deep, too deep, and out of bounds. Point for the Salem Lady Tigers, and side out as well. If you're looking for insurance, Willie Strader has Dent County covered from farm, ranch, home, or business with Farm Bureau Insurance. Call 729-4941, 729-4941. Raylan Nicholson will come in to serve. Nicholson from the middle of the floor serves it hard to Ramsey. She gets it up to Bashman. Now in the middle to Weaver into the net. Weaver just smacked it right in the middle of the net. Point for the Lady Tigers. 19 serving 15. Country Mart 1204 East. Scenic Grove Boulevard's open 7 days a week. They offer a full bakery, deli, so much more. Check it out at Country Mart, your proud supporter of Salem Tigers. Now the Tigers get another point as Jennings pushes this one out. Haley had to pass across and just tried to guide that ball and pushed it wide. So a point for Salem. As Nicholson's next service comes back, playing it is Pitts. Comes down to Weaver, playing it deep, too deep. And again, pretty easy point for the Salem Tigers as they're just living right now off the mistakes of the Eminence Lady Red Wings. And a timeout called by Eminence. With a score, Salem 21, Eminence 15. Let's take a 30-second break and come back. You are listening and hearing Tiger and watching Tiger Media on KSMO. Don't forget Dent County Rental at Highway 72 in Salem. Can rent tractors, metalworking tools, lights, saws, sanders, so much more. Give them a call and check that out, Dent County Rental, or check them out on Facebook. An ace for the Lady Tigers as Nicholson comes out after the timeout. Dent County Rental open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4, Saturday, 7:30 to 11. 22 serving 15. Ramsey plays it to the net. Tipped over and in. That's a nice play there, a very nice play by number 21, Aiden Bashman. That's the senior in her coming out. She just deflected that ball over, and Salem was looking for something else. Point side out for the Lady Red Wings. That service just kept spinning out of bounds. Good job by Nicholson as she let it go. I think last game she probably would have tried to play that ball. Just a little bit of experience and didn't try it this time. That ball was going to go out of bounds, but it was played there. And a point for the Salem Tigers, a double hit called on Eminence. Aaron Pitts trying to play that ball, gets a double hit. It's a game point for the Lady Tigers. 24 serving 16. Ramsey to the net. Bashman going to get it Jennings, just pushing it across. The Tigers battle for it there. They send it for Klapperick. And nice play by Ramsey, going to get it to the net. Doesn't make it out, but pushed over. Tigers are there. Botkin to Klapperick. Now over to Irway. Just has to put it across to Keeling. To Bashman, all the way across for Jennings for the kill. She's got it. Jennings fanned on it, but it worked. She got out too far in front. It hit the edge of her hand, but it went over and fell where no Lady Tiger could reach. 17 serving 24. Nicholson digs it out to Botkin in the middle for Irway for the kill. Nope, there is Weaver. Comes down to Bashman, and now putting it into the net was Jennings, and Salem Tigers get win number 1 in game 2. So Eminence wins game 1, 25-19. Salem wins game 2, 25-17. Game 3 comes your way in 2 minutes. This is Lady Tiger Softball on KSMO Radio and on KSMORadio.com. We're getting ready for game 3 here at the best of 5. Each team with 1 win. And will be Eminence to start things out. And Aiden Bashman's first service comes down. Play there by Klapperick to Botkin to Irway. And it's blocked at the net. Comes down on the side of the Salem Tigers. Actually calling it did not get over the net. They said it was 4 hits on Salem's side. And so it's 1-0 Eminence. Bashman ready, serves that one deep. Plug out there by Poe to Botkin. Sending it there for Irway, and it's blocked down. Block kill there by Weaver. Tristan got up there. She read it well, and she pushed it down easily, and it's a quick 2-0 Eminence lead. She read the feet and the angle of Irway and just returned it quickly. Now Klaprick trying to get it across and played there by Gottschall across the net. Bashman setting it up all the way for Jennings. Tigers keep it alive. They go down the middle for Gottschall, but she puts it way too deep. Way too deep. She saw Weaver going up and angled the arm back. Couldn't keep it in bounds. 3-0 Eminence. Next one is short serve. Played up off the fingertips of Gottschall to the net to Botkin. She'll just backhand it across to Ramsey. Ramsey to Bashman. All the way into the middle for Weaver. Off the hands, kept alive by the Tigers. Back setting it, going for Botkin, trying to dink it in. Off the fingertips, kept alive to the net. Will it be pushed in? Blocked down, but the Tigers keep it alive. Botkin to the net to Irway, pushing it in. Kept alive by Keeling. Pushed back in the middle to Weaver. Off the net. Tigers can't keep it alive. Weaver pushed it off the net. Botkin got a piece of it, but it deflected into the Tiger bench. 4-0 Eminence. Some good saves on both sides there, as the girls were running side to side. That service down the right side. That's in. That's an ace. Klaprick let it go, and that ball just stayed right on the line, and that's 5-0 Eminence. Aiden Bashman, the senior, is on a roll here. That one comes to Nicholson. And pushed up into the bench area near the scorer's table, and that's another ace. 6-0. Tigers are digging a hole here. Bashman's next service is short. Irway to Botkin. Back to Irway, playing it toward the middle. Kept alive there by Keeling. Now to Ramsey. She'll play it across. There's the Tigers. It's Nicholson in the air going for the kill, and pushing it right in the net was Gottschall. And Coach Barnes wants a timeout. 7-0 Eminence in game 3. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Volleyball. You're listening to it on KSMO Radio, watching it on KSMO.com. Don't forget Heavin Motors at 205 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard has fantastic array of beautiful vehicles for you. Try trading with Heavin. Heavin Motors, 729-8100. Stop by or call today. And real value is more than a fair price. It's quality service, experience, and convenience, and that's what you get at NAPA Auto Parts every time you stop by. 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard, or call Eddie at 729-4156. That service is out of bounds, just missed by Bashman. That didn't miss by much. And side out, and the Tigers will serve as Botkin goes back. Salem needs to go on a run here like Eminence just did to start the game. 7-0. Botkin's service comes down to Keeling. Setting it back, setting it for Weaver. Pushed up by Botkin, high in the air to Klaprick. Now back to Botkin, who'll play it deep. Right there back to Keeling, next to the net, and point for the Salem Tigers on a net violation on Weaver. 2 serving 7. Nice student contingent on hand. Support the Lady Tigers. This one comes down. Keeling will put it up in the air. Back setting it is Bashman over across to Weaver, and it's out of bounds off the fingertips of Avery Irway. She went up for the block and instead deflected it out of bounds, and so back to serve is Tristan Weaver. Where's number 1? She's a senior. The tallest girl on this team. Comes down to Irway to Botkin, setting it in the middle for Irway, playing it off the fingertips of McDaniel. Comes down, goes to Jennings. Jennings for the kill, off the net and in. Jennings with the kill. Point for Eminence. Side stays with the Red Wings. 9 serving 2. Irway's pass to Botkin after the service. Now comes to Gottschall, and it's It's out of bounds. First the girl set in, and she set out. Indecisive a little bit. 10 serving 2. Irway to Botkin. Setting it up there for Klapperick, and she puts it right into the net. Right now, Eminence with a big lead, 11 serving 2 here, game 3. Each team has won one game. That service comes back to Pogue, up in the air, comes across to Nicholson, and that's just bumped across by the Tigers' Gotchel. Comes to the net. Bashman setting it in the middle for McDaniel. Playing it deep, Nicholson up high in the air to Botkin. Setting it back for Nicholson, playing it in the corner, it's in! Point inside out for the Lady Tigers. Raylan Nicholson with a good play back across the net. Got it inside the line right in front of the Progressive Ozark Bank insignia on the floor here at Salem. And Gotchel back to serve. Service goes to Ramsey. Pushed up in the air to Bashman. Now to Keeling. Pushing across. Dug out nicely by the Tigers to the net. Pushed over there by Irway. Nice play, but Ramsey was there. Now pushed deep. Played there by Nicholson. To Roos to the net. Tipped over by Irway deep. Played there by Ramsey. Bashman setting it there for Jennings, and she pushed it way over into the stage area. Point side out. Point for the Salem Tigers, not side out. It was already with Salem. Gotchel serving from virtually the middle of the floor to Ramsey. Plays it straight up to Bashman, excuse me. Playing it back deep. There's the Tigers. Botkin sets it to the net for Irway. Block down. Beautiful block kill by McDaniel. Courtney McDaniel went right up and sent that right back down. And the Tiger player, I believe Botkin, is down on the floor. I think she dove for that ball, and she's slow in getting up. I want to tell you, Fairground Auto Plaza is giving you a fast and convenient way to find a car, truck, or SUV. Go to fairgroundgm.com. Fairground Auto Plaza is at the corner of Fairground Road and Kings Highway in Rolla. Fairground Auto Plaza, driven to serve you best when Chevy finds new roads. Botkin back up. She'll be all right. Just probably knocked the wind out of her. She'll take a little short break. Nope, she's going to stay right in there. Might have banged her mouth a little bit on the floor. It's 12 serving 4. As Rich is in to serve. Miranda, a sophomore. And Botkin is going to check out for the moment. Mallory Workman will come in. So Workman will come in. Or Shelby Botkin. I'll tell you, Progressive Ozark Bank is a community-focused financial institution. They have locations in Licking, Salem, Houston, Hartville, and Mountain Grove. Let them help you with all your personal banking needs or business needs. Call them at 729-4146 or stop by 9054 West Scenic Boulevard right here in Salem. Well, they're still trying to get it all organized as to where the rotation is with Botkin checking out. I think they got it all situated now. Now Miranda. Rich ready to serve. 12 serving 4. Game 3. The service is high and deep. Played there by Pogue. Up to the net to Gotchel. Across to Irway. Off the deflection by McDaniel. Comes back. Dink down. Kept alive by Salem, but then pushed back as Pogue and Nicholson each fought for the ball and ended up pushing the ball backwards. And a point for Eminence. A little communication there. And now Botkin to check back in for Workman. (13 serving 4). Shelby, a senior, doesn't want to miss a minute of action. That service comes back to Pogue. To the net. Gotchel sends it across, and Roos plays it across. Nice play and dig. Kept alive by Eminence. Pushing it across is McDaniel. Back sending it to Gotchel. Pushing it down. Kept alive and pushed back over by Bashman. To the net. Pushing it over was for the Salem Lady Tigers. Irway. Now they go for the kill. Blocked at the net. Pushed back over. Kept to the net to Irway. And now point for the Salem Tigers. On 4 hits. Pointed to Salem. As Eminence is called for 4 hits. I didn't see it, but they called it. So Irway goes back to serve. 5 serving 13. That service comes down to Keeling at the net. Now back to Mink, who just checked in. It's good. Ashton Mink put it right back. And Trista Keeling, who pushed it over, was moving back to the front of the net and vacated a spot. And Mink put it right back there in the corner. That service comes back. Played there by Rich to the net. Bashman now to McDaniel, playing it deep. Played there by Pogue. To the middle of the floor, Botkin. Now to Irway, playing it deep. Off the fingertips of Rich and out of bounds. It'll be a point for our Lady Tigers. Irway to serve. This one short, played up by Rich. Bashman had to hustle to get there, and now Rich just plays it across. Set to the net. It's going to go over. It's pushed down, but the Tigers are there. Clapbrick all the way across, and trying to play it over was Roos, but it was a bad pass by Skylar. And Michaela could only bank it into the net. Point side out for Eminence, 14 serving 7. And it will be Pitts serving it across. Tigers get it over the net. Pushed down by McDaniel, though, is a nice short set by Keeling was right there, and all McDaniel had to do was push it down into the vacated area on the Salem side. 15 serving 7. Another serve to Irway. Clapbrick all the way across to Mink. Plays it with the left hand and in. Ashton used the left hand this time. I think that threw Eminence off. And they were not able to recover. Point side out for the Lady Tigers as Skylar Clapbrick goes back to serve. A 5'6" sophomore. 8 serving 15. The Tigers need a run. Ramsey plays it back across, and it's a good job by playing it over. Clapbrick had good hard serve. But I'm telling you, Paige Ramsey got that one right back over the net just as hard, and Salem was not prepared, I think, for that. And Clapbrick tried to get it, could not. 16 serving 8. Back setting it, pushing it across, and good was Roos. Michaela just dinked it over, and it went off the fingertips of Bashman and Keeling. And Crocker will come in to serve. 9 serving 16. Tigers still down by 7. Been that way for a couple of rotations here. And that service again straight into the net. That's 3 times in a row. Audrey's come in and hit nothing but twine. Point side out for the Lady Tigers. Trista Keeling gets it across. Weaver plays it back, but a violation called on the Salem Tigers. I believe they called that on Clapbrick. Keeling's next service comes deep to Pogue. To Botkin, now for Mink, partially blocked. Comes down, kept alive. Bashman keeps it there for Ramsey, he'll push it deep. There's Irway for Salem, to Clapbrick. Sending it there for Gotchel. Gotchel gets it there to keep it alive. And pushing it is Mink down, but there is Eminence. Now here's Weaver for the kill. Partially blocked, kept alive by Salem. Nice job. And pushing it across is Botkin. Ramsey to Bashman across for Jennings, and she missed it. Jennings did not want to go into the net. That ball was close to the net. She needed to get elevated, couldn't get there. Point for the Salem Tigers and the side out as well. And Ashton Mink back to serve. Ashton went on a run in game 1. Let's see if she can go on a run here in game 3. Ashton's service comes down. It's an ace. Ramsey and also in there with Pitts, and neither could dig it out. 11 serving 18. Game 3. Each team is 1 win. The next one. Ramsey digs it to the net. Pushed across and out of bounds. Bashman tried to catch everybody off balance and push that one over the net, but it missed out of bounds. And a point for the Lady Tigers. Ashton Mink getting a serve right from the middle of the floor. The service down the side to Ramsey, to Bashman. Getting high for Weaver for the kill, and off the fingertips of Pogue. No Tiger could get to it to help out. Off toward the student section. And back to serve goes Bashman. A few extra students coming in from the 7th, 8th grade football games. Bashman's service comes across, pushed over the net nicely by the Tigers. Gottschall comes down and off the fingertips of the attempted block by Gottschall at the net, and a point for Eminence. That was hit there by number 5, Haley Jennings, down that sideline. Aiden Bashman right down the side. Good hard serve, kept alive by Irway, and it's in. She got it over to Clapbrick, who put it right down the line, and Bashman couldn't play it. Point and side out for the Lady Tigers. Maybe that's the break they need right there. Shelby Botkin to serve, and it's way too deep. Shelby got underneath that one and sailed it. Short hop the back wall. So Tristan Weaver to serve. 21 serving 13 off the net, and in. It's an ace. Not much you can do about that. It's that net, changes direction. Nicholson gave it the best effort she could. Just could not elevate that ball after it hit that net. Next one by Tristan. Back to Nicholson. Keeps it alive to Botkin, playing it to the middle of the floor to Irway, and she'll play it deep. Weaver to the net. Bashman setting it for Jennings. Kind of fanned on it, but it kept it alive to Tigers. Clapbrick in the middle for the kill. Gottschall's got it. Jody Gottschall with the kill. Point and side out for the Lady Tigers. But they're down by 10 with not much time left here in game 3. 13 serving 23, so Gottschall's going to have to go on a long run here. Almost 12 straight. The serve comes down, played by Jennings to the net. Bashman all the way across to McDaniel, trying to dink it in, but the Tigers are there. Comes across, playing it deep, and they let it go as Roos played it deep, but it's too deep. Ramsey got some good advice from the bench. They said let it go at the last second. You could hear it up here, and she did. Point for, game point for Eminence. Coming out of the game is Jennings. Coming into the game is Rich. And that service comes to Botkin. Clapbrick setting it there for Irway. Playing it deep. There's Bashman. To the net. Keeling trying to play it across. But the Tigers, Irway gets to it. And then Botkin falls over her, and the Tigers can't play it back. Botkin fell over the feet of Irway. And game 3 goes to Eminence by a final score of 25-13. Game 4 will come your way in 2 minutes. We'll be back with that when we return. This is Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Radio and KSMORadio.com. Town and Country Insurance Association for all your commercial, personal, life, and health insurance. For a quote, call 729-6624. That's Town and Country Insurance. And the City of Salem wants to remind you, as wish the Salem Tigers the very best. And don't forget, they are there for you with obviously the swimming pool and stuff. But, hey, take advantage of your city parks, the wonderful, wonderful weather. People have been out there on the fields, taking advantage of the playgrounds. City of Salem. And remember, you got the Midget Park, you got the Roadside Park. Take advantage of all your parks here in the City of Salem and enjoy them. And don't forget Larson Collision Center. You've been serving the area for over 30 years. Larson Collision Center with free estimates and all work is guaranteed. Call 729-3915 or stop by 503 North Main Street. Well, we're about ready for game 4. Tigers will serve. Nicholson's service goes out of bounds. You know, it's never too early to start your tax planning and tax consultation. Let Tax Masters help you get started. With over 40 years of experience, call them at 729-3001. Tax Masters, 510 North Main Street. It is Bashman back to serve. 1-0 Eminence. That comes down to Pogue. Off her fingertips to Mickelson. Back in the middle of the floor, and Irway plays it deep. There's Ramsey. Ramsey to the net to Bashman. Play there across, and the Tigers Pogue can't get it elevated forward. It went backwards. She dove for it, got it up in the air, but it was going backwards, and nobody could help her out. 2-0 Eminence. Aiden Bashman back again. She'll serve. She's had a good night serving. This one comes to Claperick. Now to Mickelson. Claperick will play it deep and out of bounds. Down the sideline. Tigers making a couple of mistakes here. Getting that passing. They're kind of getting each other's way right now at some of the passes. Where earlier tonight they were actually moving very well. Nice job by Pogue to keep that one going. Now Claperick plays it deep right to Ramsey. To the net, Bashman sending it at the net, tipping it up and down, and a point for the Salem Tigers as going across the net. It appeared, I think he's pointing at Aaron Pitts. The official pointed down to one of the girls. I think it was Pitts, either Pitts or Weaver, either one. One serving three. The service comes down to Pitts, to Weaver. And across to Jennings, who didn't even move, just flat-footed, tried to hit it. And that's not going to end up in a good result. Not much moving. It almost looked like Eminence wasn't ready for that. 2 serving 3. The next service comes down. Ramsey digs it up to the net. Bashman back sets it for Weaver for the kill. Weaver smoked that one between the Tiger defenders. And it's 4 serving 2. Tristan will go back to serve. That service comes down, dug out there by Nicholson. Now comes across and a block kill, but put back across by Nicholson. Almost a block kill, but it came down to Tiger's lap. And then the little dink over by Gottschall on the return pass by Weaver. So Gottschall went to the net. Nobody went underneath for Eminence. And she just made sure it didn't come over the net. It's 3 serving 4. Irway's service comes down, played high there by Bashman, and Tigers can't play the push across by Courtney McDaniel. Looked like Salem was kind of caught off guard there. Instead of McDaniel playing it down the line, she just kind of pushed it. So Rich will come in to serve. That service to the middle of the floor, played there by Botkin out to Claperick. Going across for the kill is Avery Irway, and she gets it in front of Bashman. 4 serving 5 as Irway goes back to serve. As mentioned earlier, Avery just a sophomore. Raylan Nicholson checks out as Ashton Mink comes back in. 4 serving 5. That service comes to Ramsey. To Bashman in the middle of the floor. Now across to Keeling. Playing it across to Botkin. Botkin for Salem. Now across and a double hit called on the Tigers. Boy, they're tight with that double hit tonight. We'll call it on both teams. Point side out for the Lady Red Wings. Got a little bit of moisture there on the floor, and Ramsey trying to wipe it up with a towel. Call Calvin Malone at American Family Insurance at 729-5165 for all your insurance needs, or stop by 1104A South Main. Calvin Malone at American Family Insurance. 6 serving 4 here. Service by Pitts comes down, played up in the air by Botkin, now to Irway, and she'll get it to Roos, just bumps it over. There's Pitts, now to go to Keeling. The shot played there off the shoulder of Pogue, was deflected at the net, and she did about all she could do. Shelby just really could not do much more with it. Ball was tipped at 7 serving 4. Ball's deflected, all of a sudden where you're going to see it comes out of hand. That's not where it ends up. Pitt's next service straight in the net. Point side out for the Salem Lady Tigers. Duncan Family Chiropractic at 401 West Scenic Ridge Boulevard has all your chiropractic needs taken care of. And don't forget to ask Amber about Juice Plus. 729-2321, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Skylar Klaprick back. 5 serving 7. That service way too hard again. Sailed on her again. Now she did exactly the same thing last time. That ball took off. Point side out for the Lady Red Wings. They lead this series 2-1 in the best of 5. Short serve by Botkin. Played across there to Klaprick, now to Irway. Down the sideline off the fingertips of Pitts. I think that would have gone out of bounds had she let it go, but she tried to play it. We'll take it. We'll take the break. 6 serving 8 as the Tigers' Crocker will go back to serve. Audrey's had some trouble serving tonight, has not made it over the net. This one does. To Ramsey. Now to Bashman, to the net, and a double hit called on Bashman. Said they've been tough on these double hits. That one looked pretty clean, but not so. 7 serving 8. Crocker trying to tie it up with this service here. Spins down, comes to Pitts. To Bashman across to Weaver, going for the kill. Played there by Irway, straight up in the air to Klaprick. To the net. Gotchel pushed it down the line, and a point called, I should say a point for Eminence as they call Gotchel on a double hit. Point side out for the Lady Red Wings. Roos checks back out as Crocker checks out and Pogue back in. Trista Keeling had a great game 1. Hits it right in the net. Point side out with Lady Tigers. SB University in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for the residents of Dent and surrounding counties. Contact Admission Counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment at 729-7071, 729-7071. 8 serving 9. Nicholson back to serve. This service comes to Ramsey. Pushed up high in the air by Weaver. Now the Tigers play it. Klaprick in the middle to Gotchel. Down deep to Ramsey at the back line. Across it goes to Jennings, trying to dink it in, and she gets it. Haley Jennings gets the dink. Double block put up by Salem. She went over top it, and it falls in. It's 10 now serving 8. And Bashman, who's had very good success serving, spins this one to Nicholson. To Botkin, setting in the middle for Gotchel. Down low, dug out there by Keeling. They go across, and a double block there by the Tigers on Jennings. This time comes back to Nicholson. Back setting it, Klaprick to Botkin. Just pushes it to the net. Into the twines it goes, and the attempted pass by Bashman into the net goes off a Tiger player. That's point side out for Salem. She was underneath the net. A Tiger player put her hands above it so she couldn't elevate it. So Botkin will serve down the sideline. Tipped off the fingertips of Jennings. I don't know what she was thinking. That ball's going right to Pitts. And at the last second, Jennings put her hand up and deflected it away. We're tied at 10. Game 4 of this best-of-5 series. Botkin's next service, deep. Played off Pitts' hand and off the beam, and it's going to fall for a point for Salem. Pitts did not get low, reach for that one, and deflected the ball up off the beam. Eminence unable to play it. 11 serving 10. That service is down the line, played there by Ramsey to Jennings. She runs into Bashman, and a double hit called. I know they're playing a 5-1 on Eminence, but there's no way Bashman's going to get to that one. But she tried and kind of ran over her own player. 12 serving 10. That one low. Bashman this time tries to get to it as Jennings backed away. And they're going to have to call timeout. There's a lack of communication out there with the score. Salem 13, Eminence 10. Let's take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media. For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, talk to Joe Brand, your Edward Jones financial advisor at 907 South Pershing, or call 729-3831. Joe Brand, AAMS financial advisor. All right, Tigers on a bit of a roll, 13-10. They lead it. We are in game 4. They trail it 2-1. Eminence won game 1, 25-19. Salem won game 2, 25-17. Eminence was won 25-13 in the last game. Salem with a 13-10 lead as Pitts puts it across. There's Mickelson. The Botkin in the middle. Back sending it for Klapperick for the kill. And played there by Bashman. Now Weaver gets it down. As Bashman kept it alive, went right to Tristan Weaver. And she found a gap in the middle of the floor between the Tiger defenders. Point side out for the Lady Red Wings. Senior Tristan Weaver back to serve. Right down the middle. Nice dig and kept alive there by Pogue. Pushed over by Irway deep. There's Keeling to the net. Setting it there for McDaniel going deep. Too deep. Point for the Lady Tigers. Junior Courtney McDaniel put that one about 3 feet past the end line. And Jody Gotcha will check in. Gotcha, senior. Serves this one low. Nice dig by Ramsey to get it across to McDaniel for the kill. Double kill by the Lady Tigers as Irway went up along with Klapperick. And a point for the Lady Tigers as McDaniel tried to softly put that one down the sideline. And Salem was wise to it. Next service comes deep, and it's an ace. As Ramsey and Jennings converged and backed away, and the ball falls quietly and silently between the two. 16 serving 11. That's a gift. Gottschall's next. This one comes right at Ramsey, but taken there by Keeling instead. Now back to Keeling. He'll push it across. Played there by Irway to Botkin, sending the middle to Irway for the kill. She's got it. (17-11), Salem on top. Right down the middle. Nothing fancy about that, just good fundamentals there. Gottschall's next service, 17 serving 11. That goes to Ramsey, bumping into Bashman. Cross to McDaniel for the kill. And it's off the fingertips of the Lady Tigers. And then over the head of Botkin for the point for Eminence. Side out, they'll go to serve as Rich comes back in the game. McDaniel checks out. No, Jennings checks out. Excuse me, McDaniel's still in there. Rich to serve from the left corner. That service comes back to Botkin. Played to Claperick right in the middle of the floor. Bumped by Roos right in the net. Kayla didn't elevate that one. Just tried to deflect it and put it right into the bottom of the net. Point for Eminence. 13 serving 17. This service comes to Botkin. To Claperick. Back setting it there for Irway for the kill. Nice play by Bashman to dig it out. Comes to Keeling. She'll push it over there. That's Roos. Back setting it for Claperick. Off the fingertips. Kept alive and pushed over by Pitts. Quick set for Irway. The kill? Nope, not there. There's Rich. They play it across. Botkin to Claperick. Across for Roos, and she puts it in the net. Kayla did not get elevated to go up high enough. Put it right into the top of the net. Good volleying by both teams there. But Eminence comes up with a point. Now Nicholson to the net, and point for the Salem Tigers as Pitts touched the antenna. That ball is coming right across, and she touched, I believe, the antenna. I know she hit the white line, but it looked like the antenna moved, and the official immediately gave the point to Salem. And a side out as well as Irway goes back to serve. Spins this one down. Comes down to Keeling. Now goes back to Rich. Just plays it across. There's Botkin to Claperick. Goes deep to Pogue. She plays it high into the middle to Ramsey. To Bashman. Across for Keeling. Partially blocked. Comes down and it's good. Mink comes down limping a little bit as she went up and came down awkwardly on her left ankle. But she got the block kill. Her and Claperick went up together. And it's 19 serving 14. Irway's next one. Goes back and it's an ace. Again, miscommunication between Rich and Pitts, and a timeout for the Eminence Lady Red Wings. With a score, Salem 20, Eminence 14. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Radio and online at ksmoradio.com. Hey, don't forget, when it comes to heating or cooling your home, let Victor Heating and Cooling in LLC of Salem take care of you. They're your Lennox and water furnace dealer. Stop by 301 East 4th Street or call 729-4332. Victor Heating and Cooling, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. This is game 4. Each team had a win in the first 2 games. Eminence won game 3. Salem leading game 4. Comes across to Keeling for the kill. Taken there by Pogue off to the tip. That comes back to Irway. She plays it across. Bashman to the net. McDaniel playing it back to Keeling. She'll play it across, and it goes off Roos. She was fooled by it and couldn't play it. And Michaela had that ball come up high on her, and she couldn't control her pass. Coach Barnes encouraging her. Pitts for the service, comes down to Botkin, to Claperick, back setting it for Roos. She'll just push it over. To the net it goes, pushed deep, played there by Pogue, to Irway. And then Mink will just play it across. There's McDaniel to Bashman, going for Keeling for the kill. She hits it in the net. Trista Keeling, the sophomore, as the Tigers went over there with that double block, but she never got it over the net. Point side out for the Lady Tigers. Claperick with the serve. Comes down the hands of Rich. Played there by Bashman, back to Rich, and she'll play it to the net. There is Roos setting it there for Claperick. Now across to Botkin. Ramsey on the other side. Plays it to the net. Now to Keeling again for the kill. She's got it. Tigers were late with the double block that time. They didn't get there quick enough, and she is able to elevate it over top of the Tiger defense. Good job by Keeling to get that ball off quicker and higher. Now Ramsey on the serve, a short serve, but it's in the net. Boy, she had Salem playing deep, but that ball made it over. That'd have been an easy ace. Pogue checks out, Gottschall back in the game. Roos checks out, Crocker back in the game. 22 for Salem, 16 for Eminence, game 4. Crocker service, down the middle, comes to Pitts, to Bashman, now to Weaver, playing it into the middle. There's Irway, to Klapperick, to the net for Gottschall, down the line, it's too deep. Just missed. Point inside out for Eminence. Trista Keeling back to serve. The sophomore with Salem leading it by 5. Gets the sign from the official to go ahead and serve. Does, and it comes down to Irway, to Botkin, setting it there for Mink, trying to play it across to Ramsey. Now just a little dink across. Played back by Gottschall, and she gets it to fall. Bashman just tried to loop it over the Tiger player, and Salem was able to respond and push it back. Good job by Gottschall. She kind of just reached back and just tipped it back over. Eminence not ready for that one. Nicholson's service comes down to Ramsey. Comes to Bashman, setting it there for Jennings. Played it to the net, and it's to the net by Pogue. Tigers couldn't tip it across. Hits the top of the net and falls back on the Salem side. Point side out for Eminence, and now Bashman, who's had success serving, with Salem up by 5, 23-18. Service comes down to Klapperick, and now it's played across to Irway. Back to Ramsey, to Bashman, setting it there for Jennings across the way. Trying to dink it in, comes to Botkin, playing across to Keeling. They set it back there again, trying to push it across. Tigers push it to the net. Not a good play at all by Gottschall. She pushed it right to Tristan Weaver at the net, and she just spanked it down for an easy point. And Coach Barnes wants a timeout with the score. Salem 23, Eminence 19. Let's take a 30-second break and come back. This is Game 4. This is Tiger Volleyball, and this is KSMO Media. (23-19), Salem on top, but Bashman of Eminence with the serve. She has had a very good night from the service line. Salem needs a couple of points to send us to Game 5. That service comes back to Weaver off the shoulder of Irway, and it's a point for Eminence, and now they trail it by 3. Salem has given a few points away in this game. But so has Eminence. Bashman service, too deep. Point side out for the Lady Tigers. That ball sailed. She smoked it, but it sailed. And now it's back to Botkin. 24, serving 20. Game point for the Salem Lady Tigers. Descended to Game 5. It goes down the sideline of Pitts to Bashman. And now over to Ramsey. Plays it deep to Pogue. To the net, Botkin. Setting it there for Gottschall, too deep. Gottschall did not get on top. It's been still an early season problem with the Lady Tigers. They've been getting behind the ball, not on top of it. Weaver, a short serve, comes down, hits Mickelson in the face. She misplayed it, came in too quickly, and the ball hit her up and bounced off her face. And that's an ace. Next one comes to the Tigers. It's Botkin. Going back to Pogue, will push it across. And there's confusion. Kept alive, though, by Weaver, who plays it deep. There's Nicholson to Botkin for Irway for the kill. Blocked at the net. Played back up in the air. Klapperick pushes it across, and there is Keeling deep. Pushing it back, it's Bashman. Klapperick to the net for Gottschall. She missed it. She fanned on it, just missed it. And now it's 24-23 Salem. And Coach Barnes wants another timeout. We'll take a 30-second break and come back with this Game 4 action. This is Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media. (23-24), serving 24. Tigers get it across, push back at the net, and it falls in, and we are tied at 24-24 as the Lady Tigers have whiffed on a couple of opportunities. They've had the chance to put this game away, but they have fanned on it and just shot it too hard. Now Weaver with a 24-24 score, sends it out of bounds. Point inside out to the Salem Lady Tiger, but you got to win by 2 in volleyball. So the Tigers will serve, try and go for the game winner. Again, game point for Salem. 25 serving 24. And the service comes to Weaver. Setting it by Bashman, now to Jennings, playing it to the net. Capring just trying to dig it across, and Jennings pushed it back. There's Irway to Botkin. Now comes across the roost, just pushes it over. Bashman across to Jennings for the kill. It's a good kill off Claperick's hands. Out of bounds, and we're tied again at 25. Tigers did not even really set that ball up at all on their side for a good attempt. Now Rich will have it. They've got McDaniel in the middle, does the Lady Red Wings. The service comes back. Played by Botkin in the air. Now to Claperick. And then Nicholson will play it deep. There's Ramsey to the net. Put up high for McDaniel, and double hit called on double hit called on Bashman, not McDaniel. She was setting it for McDaniel. And the side goes back out to the Salem Lady Tigers. Again, game point. Irway back to serve. 2-1, Eminence on top. 26-25 our score. This is game 4. Nicholson checks out. Ashton Mink in the game. Irway's service comes down to Ramsey. Off her hands over to Pitts in the middle to McDaniel. Playing it crossing in. We're tied again at 26. Nothing fancy there. Just re-guided the ball. Now Pitts for Eminence. Her service comes back to Irway. And Claperick putting it back in the middle of the floor. Played it over right. Roos, it's in. Michaela gets it to fall. And again, Tigers with the advantage here. 27 serving 26. It'll be Skylar Claperick back to serve. The sophomore trying to even up this series, 2 games at each. This is the 4th opportunity for Salem with the game point. Service comes down, play to the net. Bashman setting it there for McDaniel, trying to dink it across. The Tigers, Claperick sets it at the net for Botkin. She can only play it across. Bashman now setting it way past the area, and it's going to come on the Eminence side, and the Salem Tigers have tied it at 2 games apiece with a 28-26 win in game 4. The pass too close to the scorer's table, and so Weaver is out there, and they're going to flip a coin to see who gets to serve first, along with Botkin. And so we'll take a minute break and come back with game 5 in the best-of-5 series. When we return, I know, can't wait. We'll come back with it in 1 minute. This is Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media. Decker Pro Exteriors LLC can do a lot of different things in cleaning up your home. They can power wash your house, taking care of that concrete, or they can do businesses. They can even wash your roof or farm equipment and even decks. Check it out. Decker Pro Exteriors. Call Jake 247-3395, 247-3395. Two in this best of 5. Eminence took game 1, 25-19. Salem came back with game 2 win at 25-17. Eminence took game 3, 25-13. And the Tigers kept it going and won game 4, 28-26. Salem will serve. Nicholson will serve up for Salem. It will be pretty much the same people for Eminence. Keeling Pitts. Ramsey there, libero. Jennings, Weaver, and Bashman. The service comes down off the hands of Ramsey and out of bounds. It's an ace to start the game. Raylan Nicholson, the junior, gets the ace. Next service comes down, puts it across the net, back down off the fingertips of Keeling, and she'll bank it back down deep. There's Nicholson to play it up to Klapperick. Back setting it there for Botkin. Plays it back across, but out of bounds. Shelby tried to go back across the grain, but put it too far back, and we're tied 1-1. Bashman to serve, comes back to Pogue. Straight up in the air to Botkin. Setting it there, and a double hit called on Botkin. Two serving one. Bashman's service comes to Mickelson. Over to Botkin in the middle for Gottschall. Played there by Ramsey. Bashman back to Ramsey and just plays it across. There's Irway for Salem. To Klapperick, back setting it for Botkin. Shelby just pushes it over. Keeling to Bashman, down the middle for Weaver. Blocked down at the net, kept alive though by Eminence. Salem was starting to celebrate, but not yet. Now they can celebrate on the kill by Irway. Salem started to celebrate, but a great dig by Pitts kept that ball alive. And then the Tigers got it back. Irway goes down the sideline for the kill. We're tied at 2. Botkin back to serve. Shelby service down the right side. Played straight up in the air by Pitts. Now comes across to Jennings. And a point for Eminence as a net violation called on the Salem Tigers. Gottschall. 3 serving 2 as Weaver serves it down the middle. Played up by Pogue to Botkin. To the side for Klapperick. Deflected, kept alive, and pushed up in the air, and 4 hits called on Eminence. That ball was tipped, played. It was not a block, and so it has to be played only 3 times. If you hit a block, they'll give you a 4th. And Gottschall back to serve. Played deep, pushed up to the net. Bashman just playing to play it across. Played to the net, and Irway couldn't get there, neither could McDaniel, but the ball falls on the Salem side. 4 serving 3, Eminence on top as Rich comes back in. Miranda, just a sophomore, she'll do the serving. Does it from the left side of the floor and plays this one deep, too deep. And into the stage it goes. 4-4 our score. Nip and tuck, the series tied 2 games each as Avery Irway goes back to serve. Irway's service right down the middle. Played into the scorer's table by Pitts. Aaron Pitts played that one right into the scorer's, I should say the referee's stand, not the scorer's table. And nobody could get to that one. Not even a referee could get to that one. 5 serving 4 as Irway goes back for the next service. This one's down the right side to Ramsey. Bashman all the way across for Keeling, just trying to dink it in, but played back off the antenna by the Tigers. Botkin tried to keep it alive, but it hit the antenna. Point for Eminence. As Aaron Pitts goes back to serve right from the middle of the floor. 5-5 our score. The service down the middle, it's an ace. Pitts just smoked that one in front of Pogue. Not much Shelby could do on that one. That ball was sinking fast. 6 serving 5. The next one, same place. This one, though, did not make it over the net. She's trying to go in the same area, but hit it into the twine, and we're tied at 6 again. Klapperick back to serve. Schuyler has done a good job tonight from the service line. Comes up, plays this one down the right side. Last second there played over by McDaniel. There's Irway to Klapperick, back setting it for Botkin for the kill. She's got it off the fingertips of Keeling and McDaniel. I believe it went off Keeling out of bounds. It's on the far side away from us, and Salem has a 7-6 advantage and the ball to serve. Klapperick down the right side to Ramsey. She'll bank it back to Pitts, trying to push it to the nets. Too short. Point for the Salem Lady Tigers. A timeout called by Eminence. 8 serving 6. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. Tigers on top. This is Salem Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media. Don't forget the Common Grounds Bistro, 300B South Main Street. It's a proud supporter of your Salem Lady Tigers. Wishing them the very best. And don't forget, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the Common Grounds Bistro. And for carryout orders, call 729-2912. 729-2912. Common Grounds Bistro. Klapperick to serve again. 8 serving 6. We are in game 5. This service comes deep to Pitts. Straight up in the air. Played there by Bashman. Right back. Going across, a nice return there by Rich. Miranda Rich with that right off the top of the net. And that sunk in front of Pogue. And I think Shelby's kind of limping a little bit. She's okay. She's not coming out, I can tell you that. But she's definitely favoring that one leg a little bit more. Service comes to Botkin, who plays it to Klapperick. Now over to Irway, playing it deep. Pitch to Bashman, now over to Keeling. Just trying to put it across, and she does. Shelby Pogue definitely has something amiss here because she's struggling a little bit out there. But Coach Barnes keeps her in. The service comes to Botkin, guided toward the middle to Klapperick, and now over to Roos. Plays it across. 8-8 our score. At the net, Bashman for Weaver, just trying to dink it in. Played back by Roos to Klapperick, to the net to Botkin, playing it deep down the side, and pushed back by number 6, Aaron Pitts, to the middle, but she didn't elevate it, and Rich couldn't get to it. 9 serving 8 as Crocker comes in to do the serving. Poe's going to take a rest. She really was slow getting up the last couple times. I hope she's okay. Crocker service comes to Ramsey, playing up to the net to Weaver, who pushed it wide. Tristan Weaver had a good idea to go deep into the right corner, but pushed it wide. 10 serving 8, game 5 of this best-of-5 series. Crocker's next service, it's way too deep. Got underneath that one, and that one took off. Well, Poe, short rest, gets back in there. As Keeling goes to serve. That service comes down, played there by Klapperick. Going for it is Mink, and the kill, she's got it! That's a nice set, really nice set by the Lady Tigers there. Botkin with a beautiful set for Ashton Mink, and she gets that kill. Nicholson comes in to serve. 11 serving 9, game 5. Nicholson's service right at Pitts. Comes down to Weaver, and she's going to get the point. Tristan Weaver banked it off of the attempted block by Gottschall. Point for the Lady Red Wings. Bashman's service comes down to Klapperick. Set at the net, pushed across there by Gottschall. They set it there for Weaver again for the kill, and she's got it. It's in. Tigers cannot just keep giving Tristan Weaver that much room. 11-11 our score. Bashman's service into the net and over the net. It falls in. Ball hit the very top of the twine and then just trickled over for an ace. And now Coach Barnes wants a timeout to talk to her girls. 12-11. Eminence now on top. This has been a seesaw battle, and we're going to take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media. Well, don't forget Salem Farm Equipment at 1807 South Main Street is your local Vermeer dealer. They have hay equipment that works hard for you, so make sure it's ready when you need it. Salem Farm Equipment, your local Vermeer dealer, 729-3458, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. It's Bashman to serve, 12 serving 11. This service comes deep, played there by Irway. To Botkin, to Irway for the kill, and kept alive on the great play by Keeling. Now push it back across. Good job by Eminence to keep that one going. Klapperick to Gottschall for the kill. She's got it. Off the hands of Bashman and then off of Ramsey as she went back, way back by the wall. And we're tied at 12. Boy, this has been a smoking good game. Just come for this one. It was worth the price of admission. Down the sideline it goes and out of bounds on the service by Botkin. She tried to go down that right sideline and missed it by about 8 inches. So Weaver will go back to serve. 13 serving 12. That service comes to Irway. Botkin will set it up for Irway again, playing it high and hard. Played there by Bashman across for Jennings, and she missed it. Haley Jennings, I think, lost track of what she wanted to do. Either dink it or spike it, and I think she got in the middle. She just missed it. 13 all. Service comes down, play to the net. Bashman puts it across the net, going for the kill, but missing it was the Lady Tigers. I haven't seen them. Got a net violation called. And that's a point for Eminence. Are they going to replay it? Wow. Not sure they called a net violation. The ball was out. As Klapperick went for the easy kill, point for Eminence. The ball was hanging there, and she just got way underneath it. So that's a break for the Lady Wings. That bad pass is like, somebody lobbing you one in tennis, just leaving it out there. One comes to Botkin, out to Klapperick, back setting it there for Irway for the kill. She's got it. McDaniel went up, but it fell back on the Eminence side. Irway angled that just enough so she couldn't keep a straight arms, and it fell on the Eminence side for a Lady Tiger point. Mink back in. Nicholson out. Irway to serve. Right in the middle of the floor to Ramsey. Bashman will set it up for Keeling for the kill, and she's got it. Shelby Poe dove for her, but to no avail. Point for the Lady Wings. 15 serving 14 as Pitts will go back to serve. Pitts' service down the middle. Pogue puts it up high in the air to Claperick. Now across to Mink for the kill. There's Ramsey. She has it. All the way across to Keeling. Just trying to push it over. There's Claperick to Botkin to Irway. Playing it deep. Ramsey to the net. Trying to take it over, and getting it in was Bashman. What a great play. She just deflected it over, and the Lady Wings will win this one by a score of 16-14. And that's a tough way to lose as the Lady Tigers really battled it down, but a call on a play that nobody knew couldn't quite make up their mind. And the officials had to meet, and they gave the point to Eminence. Really seemed to turn this game around. That's a tough way to fall, but the Lady Tigers did a great job here, but they finally fall to the Eminence Lady Red Wings in 5. And the final score in Game 5 is 16-14 Eminence. But what a great match, Game 5. It went back and forth. Oh, you couldn't ask for much better. And I'll tell you what, the Lady Tigers gave it their all tonight and fell just short. And, well, what a great improvement from last Tuesday from their games with St. James here tonight against the Lady Red Wings of Eminence. We'll take a 4-minute break. We'll come back and wrap things up. This is Lady Tiger Volleyball. You're listening to it and watching it on KSMO Media. Five games, but they finally fell to the Eminence Lady Red Wings. An excellent match tonight here at the Salem High School Gymnasium. The Salem Tigers lose the first one 25-19, but come back with a very strong effort in Game 2 and win it 25-17. In Game 3, Tigers lost a little, I don't know if they lost focus, but I tell you what, you have to give a lot of credit as Aiden Bashman went on just a tear serving. And Eminence won Game 3 on a relatively easy 25-13. But Game 4 took a little extra time, 28-26. The Salem Tigers had that lead by 5 points with 23-18. Could not finish it out in regulation and had to take it a couple extra points and won it 28-26. And then Eminence took Game 5 by a 16-14 score. Little controversy on one of the calls. We still don't really have an answer on that as to what the discussion was. If it was a net violation, possibility, don't really know, but ended up going Eminence's way, and that changed the tide because then they had the extra point. And, you know, when you're talking about a 15-point win in Game 5 and you get that extra point to go to 14, well, that makes a big difference, and it ended up being a little bit of a advantage for Eminence at that time. But it was a seesaw battle in Game 5 all the way through, and a lot of credit to Coach Barnes and the Lady Tigers. They played very well. They fall to 0-3 on the year, but if that's any indication, you need to come out and check out your Lady Tigers and watch them play some volleyball. That was some pretty good stuff. A lot of, I'm telling you what, very, very these are long games when you start to go 5 sets, and the Lady Tigers did a tremendous job. Yeah, they made some mistakes, but so did Eminence, and it's still early in the season, so when you start to watch this, hopefully those communication mistakes will get worked out, and it seems like they've gotten a lot better since just last Tuesday. So, again, tip of our cap to Coach Barnes and our Lady Tigers, but they do fall tonight to the Eminence Lady Red Wings by a final score in 5 games of 19-25, 25-17, 13-25, 28-26, and 14-16. So our next broadcast will be on Friday night when the Houston Tigers come to town, and it will be the first SCA game. We'll have it right here on KSMO Radio as well as on KSMORadio.com. You'll be able to watch that on our KSMORadio.com Twitch TV. We hope you'll enjoy that. I do apologize for some technical difficulties at the beginning of this one where we didn't have a little picture, or maybe we did have some picture, but we didn't have any audio for a while. Well, we got it all worked out, but yeah, the good part was near the end anyway. So you got a chance to hear all of that, and we do thank you for joining us. We hope you did enjoy the game tonight. As the Salem Tigers fall 0-3 in the season, but if this is any indication, you're seeing a much improved Salem Tiger volleyball program. All right, keep it right here. KSMO Radio 1340 AM. Thanks to Jim back at the station. Thanks for Krista on the filming side of it. We do thank everybody for joining us who did join us live or who watched this one on a recording basis. We get a lot of more people checking that out on YouTube after Krista does that. You can also check it out on our Twitch TV side. It's the raw feed. You can do it there. And, of course, that's fine, but we will have the edited feed on YouTube tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Yeah, okay, by tomorrow night. So you might want to check that back out and enjoy the game right on the KSMO YouTube page. To get there, you can just go to KSMO website, ksmoradio.com. If you scroll down on the left side of the main page or on the Your of the Day page until you get to YouTube, click on that. It will take you right to it. Very good. All right. Tigers lose it in 5 here tonight at the high school gym. Earlier tonight, you heard the Cardinals split the doubleheader. They won game 2 6-4 after losing the first game 7-3. So I guess it's like kissing your sister. You didn't get anywhere, you know. So anyway, the Tigers lose. The Cardinals split. Cardinals will be off tomorrow. Tigers will be off tomorrow. Cardinals have a doubleheader on Thursday against Detroit. Again, for Jim, for Krista, I'm Stan. Thank you for joining us here on KSMO and KSMO Media as the Tigers lose it in 5 to Eminence here at the high school gym. Have yourselves a great evening. Good night from the high school gymnasium.